into it. Most modern men are cooked. They're cooked, fried, deep battered, baked, quite frankly, doomed. Cause let's just be honest, there's a lot of videos about female nature this, female nature that. And at some point, as a man, inherently deep down inside, you start getting kind of weary of these types of videos, because deep down inside your manhood is going to be like, man, why the hell are we blaming other people, right? It kind of sounds like some complaining shit, right? It sounds like complaining to constantly make literally 300 female nature videos back to back. It's like, okay, we can blame females all we want to for men's problems, but these men are going to have the same problems over and over again because they keep doing the same bull crap that's getting them into these problems, like getting flaked on, chicks disrespecting them, stuff like that, chicks doing all this BS. And don't get it twisted, right? A lot of these, I'm not letting these 304s, whatever you want to call them, I'm not letting them slide, because a lot of these chicks are messed up too, right? A lot of these chicks are dopamine and instant gratification dependent. We all know that. All these OF broads, and quite frankly, a lot of these modern females are out of shape as hell too, right? They're out of shape as hell too, and they'll walk around thinking that they deserve like a millionaire and stuff like that, right? But let's get back to the modern male part, man. A lot of guys are just cooked, because if they knew themselves, if they had like some sort of respect for themselves, it will kind of thwart a lot of BS from happening, right? It will kind of thwart a lot of BS from happening. Like, let's start off with the diet. In the title it says out of shape. The first thing is their diet. Now, if their diet wasn't ass, they will probably get a little more respect, okay? They will probably get a little more respect because people judge you based off the way you look, right? If you're out of shape, your diet is bad, no exercise, only Netflix and chilling. And when I say Netflix and chilling, I don't mean chilling with a chick. I just mean chilling by yourself, right? You're binge watching Netflix shows and all that stuff, which is fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with watching Netflix. I'm not saying anything is wrong, but no gym, bad diet, out of shape. And it kind of shows bad leadership skills, right? It doesn't show good leadership skills. And a lot of chicks are like, hey, you know what? If he is not caring about himself, then I'm not going to respect him either. I'm not going to respect him either if he doesn't respect himself enough to work out and watch his diet. And like I said, I'm not cutting these chicks slack. I'm not saying that they're completely innocent, but it really starts with men. It really starts with the man first, because when you get yourself in shape, when you get yourself, when you get your diet in order, when you start becoming a man that builds his physique, that is going to, that's stupid. Man, here come the trolls, man. Here come the freaking trolls. When you're disciplined, when your physique is on point, it communicates to people that you respect yourself, right? So a 304 or whatever the hell you want to call it, she's gonna start thinking twice, like, dang, maybe I shouldn't come at this guy all fucked up, because I see he respects himself. I see he's not intoxicated all the time. I see he looks after himself, he exercises, he's disciplined. Unlike most of these guys that are always drunk, thirsty as hell, don't really care about their appearances, right? Don't really care about their appearance. So the chick is automatically going to be like, this guy is fucking cooked. He's cooked. So I can treat him like he's cooked because obviously he cooked himself. So I'm going to come in here and cook him even more, right? I'm going to come here and cook him even worse. If he's fried, I'm going to deep fry him. So it all starts with the dude, right? Hello from Serbia. Shout out Serbia. It all starts with the guy respecting himself first, and that's kind of like armor. But like I said, most modern males don't have any discipline. Most modern males are cooked, right? They don't even think, they think being in shape, one of the most basic things is being in shape, right? Because we only have one body. We carry this body around with us 24/7. They think that's some kind of, oh, look at him, he's fancy schmancy. He's going to the gym. Like, dude, that's the most basic shit. That is the most basic endeavor that a man needs to do, is carry him, take care of his physique, be in shape, right? That is the most basic things ever. But guys nowadays are so cooked. And yes, I'm using the new slang. I hate using stupid ass new slang like no cap and all that bull crap. But hey, cooked is a good word, okay? But most guys are so cooked that fitness is the furthest thing away from, the furthest thing away from what they're thinking, right? The furthest thing from what they want to do, right? And it's like one of the most basic things. And getting into shape is one of, and a lot of guys still don't believe it, but getting in shape is the first step into fixing a lot of problems that a lot of guys have, because your physique is a literal receipt of yourself, right? It's a receipt. It's showing the world about who you are. So when a lot of guys, most men, the vast majority are out of shape as hell, that automatically gives a lot of females the impression that they could just come in and do whatever the hell they want. What's up, my guy? I took your advice and I started working out. Now people are nicer to me than before. I was chubby just a year ago. That's what's up, man. Glad to hear that. But yeah, getting in shape is going to be one of the most basic things that most people, most guys could start off with. That's going to uncook you, so to speak, right? It's going to uncook you as a man when you get your physique on point, right? It's going to solve a lot of problems that you have in your life. And a lot of people, they keep resisting it. They keep saying that it's stupid. Oh, get your money up. It's all about money. You just need to have a lot of money. Well, when you're in shape, that means you have a little bit of discipline, right? That means you're disciplined enough to go get your body right, to look after your physique, to watch what you're eating. So that's going to transition over to other shit too. It's going to transition to creating videos, for example, right? Starting a YouTube channel, starting a business, performing better at work, right? A lot of guys that work a 9 to 5 are freaking cooked. Why are they cooked? Because they're always drunk, always high. And this is just the average guy. And you tell them, hey, look, drinking is trash. Drinking is trash. drugs are completely trash, right? Let's just stick to drinking because more people drink than they do drugs, hopefully. I don't know nowadays. But you tell them, hey, look, man, if you stop drinking, you might uncook yourself. But they're going to come back with, oh, I just want to have fun. I just want to unwind on the weekends. It's like, bro, you're drinking every single weekend. Why are you drinking every single weekend? And honestly, my philosophy, you can do whatever the hell you want, but cutting out drinking completely is going to change your life. Not drinking at all is going to change your life. It's going to make you look better. It's going to clear up your skin, make you look younger, make you perform better. But as I said, most guys love instant gratification. Most guys want instant gratification and dopamine. So you telling them to stop drinking, it's like you told them to stop breathing almost. It's almost like you told them to stop breathing. And like, man, we all have stressful weeks, right? Everybody has stressful weeks at work. Everybody has stressful weeks with the family. And you're telling me the best thing to do as a man every single weekend from Friday to Sunday is drink yourself stupid. Cook. You know, it's easier. Drinking, getting drugs, and getting high is easier than working on your physique, right? For example, working on your diet. It's much easier than that because working on your physique and watching what you eat takes a little bit of effort. But like I said, that's the mentality, the cook mentality of most men. So therefore, can't really blame women for everything because a lot of these red pill channels, they'll make literally hundreds, if not thousands, of videos talking about how terrible women are. Well, dude, a lot of guys are horrible too, right? A lot of, hell, male nature is terrible nowadays, especially with modern males, like gossiping. I've never seen so many grown-ass men gossip. I had to cut off, you know, I really don't have any friends like that. I don't hang out with anybody because a lot of these guys gossip more than females. I'm like, bro, I thought only females gossip about their friends behind their back, right? Cook. Most guys are cooked. And the worst part about the gossip would be they were talking about friends in a friend group, right? Let's say there was a guy named Johnny. Johnny is part of the friend group. Johnny isn't there one of those days, and all these guys start talking bad about Johnny. I'm like, dang, I thought he was a friend. So in my head, I'm like, these guys sit around drinking all day, drinking every single time, and gossiping about their own friends. What makes me think they're not talking shit about me? But yet, women are to blame. You know? These comments are funny as hell. Yeah, man, but it's all good though, because for the guys that are on their shit, it's easy, you know. I see a lot of troll comments on here. It's funny. It's funny, a lot of troll comments on here. And that's probably the main people that that are talking like that. Working out is the best drug. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Working out is the best drug, but 80% of guys don't want to, and it's okay, like I said, because for guys that are on their stuff, it just makes it easier. It makes the competition easier. When your competition is 30-year-old guys that are 30, 40 pounds overweight, that have an alcohol problem and a donut eating problem, right? It makes the competition kind of easy. Not that I want it to be like that, because it's honestly, it's terrible. As a man, that's fucking terrible. You know, all dudes do get on OnlyFans, you know, instant gratification, OnlyFans, order food, order pizza, come straight to the crib. Can't even drive to the place to get pizza, right? Or their food. They just order it from out. I've done that. I'm guilty, right? But it's something that, like, breakfast, lunch, dinner, you know, breakfast, McDonald's. Lunch, whatever the hell the office bought. A big box of pizza or burritos or whatever the hell the company bought. They're like, oh, well, you know, I ate with the job bought some pizza, so I had to eat it. It's like, bro, you're a grown ass man. You're a grown man. You don't have to eat that bull crap. Who gives a damn if your coworkers, who are probably cooked, start talking crap? Do you want to look like them? Probably not. Bro, I've been Poochie 2 times. Bro, I've been watching you for a couple of years now. Keep going, bro. F the trolls. Oh, dude, I'm not worried about the trolls because, I don't know, YouTube made it to where you could scroll through lives and you just see different lives. So now people are twice as likely to see your lives, and it's a whole bunch of just weird ass people, man. Dude built out of toothpicks. Yep, you're right. Jada the good one. Sam, I agree. Seeing the therapist. Jada the good one. Hey, Terry. Hey, Jada. Just know that I'm invited to Taylor Swift wedding that's going to happen at Newport, Rhode Island. That's what's up, bro. I hope you're in shape for that wedding. Get straight with God and he will straighten out the rest of your life. Facts. You Iraqi, I'm Palestinian. I'm an Arab. Person, do you like boys? Pause. Hello from Ukraine. I gave a like to support your channel. Thank you. Thank you so much. Shout out Ukraine. Yeah, but UK09, appreciate you. Got that reunion Thursday body game. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for that super chat, man. Thank you for that super chat. Elgin Johnson, what's the physiology of trolling? I think you meant psychology. I'm thinking. I'm gonna assume psychology. Elgin, the psychology is, like I said, most men are fucking cooked. Most of these guys come with no profile picture, and the best part of their day is getting on someone's live and writing stupid ass comments. You know, it's writing stupid ass comments. That's the psychology of it. The psychology is most guys are cooked, and instead of working on the gym, making their own channel, right? Hitting the gym, something like that, taking a walk, meditating, whatever, they rather make troll comments and get on somebody's video and talk crap. That's the psychology of it, right? But that just goes to show that's just another example of a lot of guys are cooked, and social media is helping this out, right? Social media is helping this out. Nice. Wouldn't have thought Palestinian, you are more tanned. I'm tanned because I work outside. When winter time comes around, I turn back to white as shit. Right? Sam Newton. That's why I work outside doing manual and workout. Cook your own food. Stay away from the alcohol, poison. Yes, Ashby. Mate, where are you from? Originally Palestinian, but I live in Houston, Texas, in the United States. Yo, Terry, can you please explain why complete no contact is powerful after a breakup? And well, no contact, man. I really don't do those type of videos. You know, really, like I said, when more men start getting uncooked, let's just say that, when more men start getting uncooked, they'll see that their self-respect will start building up. And when you uncook yourself, you're gonna see you start getting more options, right? So a lot of guys that are cooked, they have nothing else going on besides video games, drinking liquor. And I'm not saying this, guys, I swear to God, I'm not saying this in a judgmental way, okay? But it is what it is. Most guys have nothing going on but watching football game after football game, basketball game after basketball game, drinking shot after shot, glass after glass. Then when their girlfriend leaves them, it's like, oh shit, I'm out of shape. I really don't have any kind of sexual attractiveness. Now I'm screwed. I have no options, right? When you're a man that is in shape, yes, you're going to have women in your life. You're going to have relationships. I'm married, right? I'm married, but I still take care of myself. And the reason I got married was because my wife, but back then, my girlfriend was like, dang, this guy takes care of himself. He's obviously onto something, right? I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect. But for guys who are cooked, it's like when their girl breaks up with them, it's like they're assed out. They have no options, because it's like, dang, when they step into the real world, now they're competing with guys that are on that self-improvement stuff. And you could talk as much crap about self-improvement if you want to, but the guys that are self-improving are moving forward, man. I'm from India. What do you think about India and people? I don't think nothing, bro. Shout out India. Shout outs to India. Shout out to everywhere, wherever you're from. Hey, bro. First time catching your live. Thank you for sharing your perspective. I have changed my life and I'm very thankful. Sweet. Also, are uncooked guys, high value and attractive guys hard to forget, replace? What psychological effects do they leave on women? Well, Darshan, yeah. When a chick meets a high quality dude that, really, and let me just say this, man. A lot of these let me just say this. A lot of these chicks are cooked too, right? A lot of these broads are cooked. So the guys that get with them are cooked as well. So they're gonna be missing some scumbag, right? Some guy that was on drugs and drinking alcohol, but that's what she did too, because she was cooked. But yes, if a chick did get with a guy and he was on his shit, right? Fit, had some kind of purpose going on, hell yeah, she's gonna miss him. Hell yeah, she's gonna miss him. Because she's gonna go out into the real world and see all of these dudes that are just like completely just lost in the sauce. All these dudes buying OnlyFans and talking to Instagram thotties and stuff. A lot of these guys that are in relationships, a lot of these cook guys in relationships, they're still thirsty as hell. They're still talking to IG thoughts. They're still buying OnlyFans, and their chick knows this, right? She's like, this guy's a freaking, he has no options. But the guy who is in shape, who does get options, she's gonna see him attract other women, right? And she's gonna be like, dang, this guy's, he's got something decent going on. I better not mess this up. But for most cook guys, they don't really have shit going on. So they're not gonna leave a long lasting impact. Just like most chicks date guys that are addicted to games, addicted to watching sports teams that don't even know they exist, right? That have a beer belly, that eat chicken wings and hot wings every single day. So it's like that's the type of guy they deal with. How bad is eating meat? I eat meat. Pause. Now for vegans, hey, look, man, if you don't want to eat meat, that's fine. If you don't want to, if you don't want to eat steak and chicken and all that good stuff, that's completely on you. Right? But instant gratification, a huge part of can you please share your thought on diet, calorie deficits, intermittent fasting, macros? Daniel R. Great question, man. Like I said, a great way to uncook yourself is to start off with your diet. Okay? A lot of guys' diet is completely trash. Okay? Donuts, nachos, cheeseburgers, all those things taste good, but they're going to cook the hell out of you. And calorie deficits, truth be told, I'm going through a calorie deficit myself because even though I work out, it's like, dang, I'm working out, but I could be way better than this. This is what I'm thinking about. I could be way better than this, and I can trim some more fat. Because when you're going in a healthy calorie deficit, I'm not gonna go super in depth here. You start shedding that fat, and your muscle definition starts to show. Because a lot of guys, they go to the gym for years, but they still have hella fat. So a lot of times people don't even know they work out because they have all that fat covering their muscle. So the best way, or really the only way to show that muscle, is to decrease that fat, not by fucking starving yourself, not by water fasting or eating only carrots or any of these crash diets, but by eating whole foods, right? Getting started with, hey, look, all my vegans, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Eggs, ground turkey, lean cuts of beef, sirloin. You go to Costco. Chicken breast, chicken thighs, even though chicken thighs have a little more fat, that's okay. Just, MyFitnessPal, track your calories. But most guys don't want to do that. I don't think men realize one of the reasons women are nicer to you when you're in shape as a man is because it shows that you wipe your butt. I'm serious. Many have admitted they don't. FD. Okay, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you trolling, dog, but maybe. Okay? Bro, you're right. The guys at my job had beer bellies, were out of shape, and would always talk about sports the whole shift. Yeah, that's the average dude. The average guy is talking about a player that doesn't even know he exists. He's talking about LeBron James. LeBron James doesn't even know that these guys exist. Steph Curry doesn't know, Deshaun Watson or freaking CJ Stroud. Shout out Houston, shout out Texas. He doesn't know any of these guys exist. Not trolling, completely serious. Yeah, dude, look. FDWW on some real shit. Guys that are out of shape, and I just made a video about this that I'm gonna post about how your physique speaks volumes. Y'all check it out. After I get off this live, I'm gonna upload it. But when you're out of shape, when you're very overweight, people are gonna automatically think you're unhygienical. People are gonna automatically think you stink. For real. People are going to automatically think that you don't clean yourself. And to be honest, it's somewhat true, right? It's a little true, because how are you going to be able to get in between all of those crevices and folds and all that good stuff? You can't clean properly when you're overweight. But most guys are overweight. And, you know, I've been watching a lot of videos about, you know, getting lean and stuff like that. And it really opened my eyes up to body fat percentages. Most guys, their percentage of visceral fat and just excess fat is, let me put it to you this way. Being obese is more normal than being fit nowadays, because rewind a couple of decades ago, the average, right? Just the baseline, the man being in shape was almost baseline. That was like average. That was nothing. Or being skinny, let's put it like that, was the average. It wasn't even anything astounding. Nowadays, I'm not even talking about guys that are fit. I'm talking about skinny dudes. It's like, damn, this guy is actually below 250 pounds. You know, it's like the average a couple of decades ago is now the rarity. It's like being obese is the average. Do you watch the UFC? I prefer boxing, if I do watch boxing. But yeah, being obese is the new average. Being obese is the baseline. Right? And if guys started, look, man, you could just look up all of these YouTube videos about you know, how my life changed when I got jacked and all that good stuff like that. You'll see so many testimonials of guys talking about how their life changed once they got in shape. And that's not a coincidence, because you're going to be rare. You're going to be a rarity. You're not going to be like the common guy that's just walking around, you know, no confidence. A lot of these dating coaches, they talk about confidence, right? And confidence is on the inside. But let me ask you guys a question, man. How confident can you really be when you're 30, 40, 50 pounds out of shape? Right? Like honestly and truly, I've heard that shit so many times. Like, oh, you know, confidence is from the inside, which is true, but come on, man. Like, those guys that are out of shape, right? They will tell you on the outside, like, yeah, man, confidence is from the inside. But deep down inside, right, when these guys that are currently cooked, not saying that they don't have the ability to not be cooked, but these guys that are cooked and out of shape, when they go out to restaurants or bars and all that, and they're constantly getting overlooked and ignored, that whole charade of, oh, I'm confident and stuff, that stuff kind of starts slipping away a little bit. Like, dang, yes, what on the inside matters a lot, but we can't be stupid. We can't be delirious. We can't be delusional and pretend like physicality isn't important. You know, we can't sit here and act like what we see is not important. Like, that's just fucking ludicrous. It's outrageous, right? All this, oh, it's about the personality and what's on the inside. Yes, this is extremely true. Wholeheartedly agree. But cutting out the physicality part of it, you know, it's leading a lot of guys astray, because now they're believing, hey, I could be cooked. I could look cooked. I could look like I eat donuts for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And life is just going to be, people are going to treat me just like a guy that's in shape. No, hell nah. That's not the way it works, man. You dig? Darshan, man, I appreciate the super chat. I appreciate the super chat, man. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate the support. You look like you see everything with those freaking eyes, man. Jedediah. Man, I see through y'all souls now. I'm just I'm just kidding, man. But on a serious note, is yes, you tweaking a little bit. On a serious note, guys, fellas, if no one else is gonna say it, I'm gonna say it, man. Forget all of this politically correct body positivity bullshit that a lot of you guys have been fed. Yes, especially as a man. I'm gonna give you guys an example of Lizzo. You guys know Lizzo, the big bitch. I'm gonna get to her in a little bit. Okay. You guys need to realize that, especially as a man, people are going to judge you off your physicality. Straight up. You know, people can sit up here and say, hey, it's all about the personality. It's all about oh no, I don't care about the way he looks and his physicality. It's all about his spirituality, blah, blah, blah. And deep down the same person in the back of their head, in the recesses of their mind, they're thinking like, dang, this dude is fat as hell and out of shape. You know, petty white. I mean, only people with no personality say that. Yep, see, that's a prime example. These type of people right here, like petty white, this troll, they'll say shit like, oh, guys that only talk about physiques have no personality, blah, blah, blah. That's crazy as hell. That's crazy as hell, because you don't have a profile picture. You're probably fat as hell. You're probably ugly as hell. That's why you don't have a channel, right? Creatine brain. Yeah, of course you're gonna say that. You don't get no snatch, buddy. You don't get. See, out of shit dudes that come at people like that, they have to make themselves feel better, right? Because I'm not saying anything offensive. I'm not saying anything offensive, but yet, nah, it's cool. Because see, these type of people, you're gonna encounter them in real life. You know what I mean? And it's cool, because all that's gonna happen is he's gonna get blocked. I'm gonna still talk about his ugly ass though. Because you're talking about something positive, and like I said, these same people, they're gonna come at you, oh, if you have no personality, you're gonna talk about physiques and stuff. That's exactly the type of messaging that's been going around, and guys believe this crap. And it's gonna start affecting your work, right? It's gonna start affecting your relationship. It's gonna start, fellas, I'm telling you, a lot of you guys, man, and I'm saying this from a sincere place. I'm not trying to be demeaning. A lot of you guys have difficulty with attracting a mate, right? That you guys have difficulty attracting a mate. The first thing that you guys need to realize is get your physique on point. I'm telling you, look, don't listen to anybody that's trying to derail you. You're gonna get people that have uninspiring physiques, that have nothing of noteworthiness, tell you, oh no, man, that's not what it's about. They're gonna try to derail you. You know, they're gonna try to derail you. But I'm here to tell you, fellas, I'm telling you, if you want to fix that attraction part of your life, and a lot of guys might say, oh, I don't care about female attraction and all that. Hey, look, that's between, look, you can say that out in public. I know deep down inside, a lot of guys do. It's natural, right? The first step is getting in shape. I'm telling you, people judge you off the way you look. And like I said, let me get back to the Lizzo thing, right? I just want to take a minute today to say what a wonderful man you are. You're not only handsome, AF, and sweet, but you're talented, caring, loving, brave, strong, bold. Okay, appreciate you, Gracie. I mean, but Lizzo, remember I mentioned Lizzo earlier, right? Lizzo was one of the most vocal about body positivity. She will always scream, I love myself, and she will be twerking in public restaurants and all that bull crap like that, or public twerking out in public, super overweight, knowing damn well that she wasn't happy. Now she got in shape, right? Now she lost a shit ton of weight. Why is that? If she was just so happy about looking cooked, why did she lose weight? Because that crap is a cult, man. Looking cooked and thinking people aren't gonna, people are just gonna treat you. They're gonna treat you and the guy that takes care of himself and is disciplined and all that. They're gonna treat you guys the same. That is a lie. Body positivity is a brainwashing tactic to make people, especially men. I'm gonna get all CIA Illuminati on you guys real quick. All right. I'm gonna get Illuminati conspiracy on you guys real quick. Body positivity is a bullcrap scam, a bullcrap ideology to get people, especially men, to stay out of shape, addicted to social media, addicted to comfort, addicted to instant gratification, addicted to junk food. So men will be more docile, men will be more weaker, and they won't stand up for anything, because the powers that be know that a nation of strong men is scary, right? Scary. We've all seen movies like 300 and Troy and all that. You think the government wants men like that? Hell no. They want the average cook guy who's buying OnlyFans, who's constantly eating donuts, constantly eating pizza, because they know that that man is easily controlled. He's not going to stand up for anything. He's not going to be outgoing, right? He's just going to be quiet. He's going to stay in his little corner and just be happy with the donuts and DoorDash that he gets. You know? Daniel, yo, Tarek, ever had jealous man wanting to fight you or at least provoke you? All the time, bro. All the time. What's up, shape-shifting reptilian? What's going on, my guy? All the time, man. When you start, and I'm not even, look, man, I'll be the first person to admit, obviously you guys have freaking eyes if you're watching me. I'm not the most fit person out there. Duh. There's guys, some of my subscribers, right? Some of you guys mog me, right? To use this new age slang. Some of my subscribers fucking mog me like a mug, right? And that, I love that they watch the shit. But when you are in decent shape, right? When you have some sort of physique about you, some sort of mass, yes, men will try to size you up, especially the cook ones, because when you walk by them, they're gonna be like, dang, this guy is bringing out some sort of insecurity about. And don't let them have their girl next to them, right? Don't let them have their girl next to them. They're gonna start grabbing her by the arm and stuff. Like, bro, swear to God, I remember that happened to me. I was in a rooftop lounge one time. And I was just standing there, right? And this dude looked at me with the meanest mean mug and grabbed this girl by the hand. Swear to God, I didn't even notice his girl. I just noticed him mean mug looking at me crazy from the side. But you're gonna get that type of stuff when you start uncooking yourself. Yes, men are gonna start trying to size you up because they don't like to see dudes that are fit. Other men don't want other men to be stronger, right? But you do that's like a small percentage. A lot of times you're gonna get good feedback. Oh man, you are staring at my soul. All right. Do all races of men come at you, Tarek? Not really. Do all races of men come at? Well, yeah, somewhat. Especially in the gym. But you also get cool guys that'll ask you for advice and give respect. That's right, Bones. There's gonna be a shit ton of cool guys too, though. Like I said. Yep. But hope you guys enjoy the live stream. I don't know if I'm gonna do these more often because these trolls, it's like insane. I don't know why YouTube changed the format. Because now you can like scroll through lives and you get all these goofies comments and shit. It's crazy. You get respect from dudes who aren't insecure. RJ Harris. You get respect from dudes who aren't insecure. Hate from guys that, yeah. Exactly. And it's like a male competition thing. It's a male ego thing. But it's like, for what? Like what's the competition for? Like, you could just be walking somewhere. You could just be walking in a store. And this happens a lot in gyms too. A lot of guys have very big egos, I guess. And it's like, bro, if you're that tough, you don't have to mean mug everywhere. That shows that you have some sort of deficiency going on, that you have to always project this, oh, I'm tough, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do all that shit. But I don't pay that mind. I don't pay that any mind. It's all right. Elgin, technically, it's difficult to make male friends as a man if you're in shape. Yes, it is difficult to make friends if you're in shape or even somewhat in shape, because, like I said, most men, all they do is sit around, drink, smoke weed, gossip, and if you're not, here you come talking about, I don't want to drink. Here you come talking about, hey, I'm not gonna eat these nachos and hot wings and chase it down with Heineken or Budweiser or whatever the hell. And they're gonna be like, what? This guy's weird. They're gonna look at you like you're weird. You know, they're gonna look at you like you're doing something wrong. So if you have a group of quote unquote friends that every time you get around them and you try to be healthy and you're like, nah, I'm not gonna drink, I'm not gonna eat this bullshit food, no, I don't want to stay till 5 a.m. being thirsty, trying to holler at females in clubs just to get blue balls, right? And they're like, ah, man, you're lame. And they keep trying to poke fun at, like make jokes every single time, you don't need to hang around those people. You don't need to hang around. You don't need to hang around those friends. I don't care if you've known them since you were in kindergarten. I don't care if you've known them since 5th grade, since I don't care if you guys were fucking born in the same hospital, in the same premature unit in the hospital. I don't care about none of that. If you are trying to better yourself and they're constantly making jokes, right? Here come the jokes. Oh, look at him. He's healthy. He's trying to eat healthy. And constantly taking jabs at you. You do not need to hang out with them. And the argument that I get from a lot of people is, oh, I'm a grown man. I don't get peer pressured and I can hang out with anybody because I'm a grown man. I don't get peer pressured. Dude, why would you want to hang out with those people anyway? You know, why would you want to hang out with those people any damn way? DM Tabor, if you want to get rid of trolls, make it subscriber comments only. Okay. I'll take that in consideration. Appreciate it. Appreciate the advice, DM Tabor. Facts incognito. I agree. Those people will keep you out of your true potential for life if you allow it. Oh yeah. If you have shitty friends that you always hang around with and they're constantly trying to convince you to drink alcohol and eat shitty foods and go to these clubs and bars and tell you that it's lame that you're trying to eat healthier, it's lame that you're going to the gym, you don't need to hang out with them. Why would you surround yourself with those type of people? And like I said, let me get back to my point. Some people are like, oh, I'm a grown man and I'm not peer pressured. I can hang around them. I can hang around them if I want to. Dude, don't you realize that those people, quote unquote friends, are jealous, and jealousy is dangerous? Jealousy is extremely dangerous, man. No, those same quote unquote friends will try to sabotage you. They'll personally go out their way to try to sabotage you. So no, it's not oh, I'm a grown man, I don't let peer pressure get to me, I can hang out with them. It's for your own damn safety. It's for your own mental safety, bro. It's for your own physical safety. You know what I'm talking about? Devin Klein. Did I just stop by and listen to some motivational words? Mister, you're teaching young boys how to be a man. I appreciate it, man. I'm just a guy on YouTube. But thank you. It's me, Keisha. Says hi. Say hi, Keisha. That's funny. I don't know you, Keisha. RJ Harris. Idolizing athletes but won't go work out for yourself is insane. Drinking and eating crap food, cheering for another man running up and down. Yeah, man. Like, I swear. Guys, I said this once, and I'm going to say it again. I'm not against sports. I personally catch up with, I watch sports like I just watched that Cowboys documentary, right? America's Team, the Gambler and the Cowboys on Netflix. Super great documentary. I love watching, you know, it showed Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irving, you know, Deion Sanders, all of those greats. And that's something that's motivational. I'm like, shit, they got some great physiques. They were top athletes. I want to get like that. But most guys don't watch sports for that reason. They watch sports to keep up with statistics. And they look like shit. You know, these dudes, oh man, fuck the cowgirls. And they have a big old beer belly hanging out. Like, who cares, bro? You know, like who cares about the Cowboys and you are pre-diabetic. Who cares about the Cowboys and your girl is looking at you getting bigger and bigger, right? Your girl is like, dang, this dude he's watching his billionth game this week and he's getting fatter eating these Doritos, drinking this beer. Who cares about the Cowboys, man? LeBron James versus Martin Luther King twerk off. Who wins? Man, y'all getting, look, son, these comments are getting egregious. These trolls are something else, man. Doritos, Locos, Tacos. Yeah, dude, like, they eat, like, the modern diet is insane. Tacos made out of Dorito shells. Like, holy Christ. And then you got all these red pillars. Oh, these modern 304s. Dude. Forget these females, man. These modern males are just as fucking worse. Just as worse. Holy Christ, they're just as worse. Like I said, man, modern males, we see a lot of these modern female videos and stuff. How about these modern males? When you get around these modern males, all they're gonna do is sit around and gossip about other people. And it's like, damn, I might as well have hung out with females, right? I might as well have been a beta male simp and put myself in a friend zone with females because I'm gonna hear the same conversation. You know, I'm gonna hear the same gossipy ass shit. I'm gonna hear the same celebrity drama and beef. They're telling me who Future is dating and who that, like, I don't like this, like, that's modern males, man. While they're drunk as hell for the third time this week. Right? For the third time this week. So I feel like red pill channels need to talk more about how modern males are cooked and a little less about female nature this and female nature. Yeah, we all know there's hoes out there, okay? But what can men do? Right? Because like I said, a 304, when she sees a man that's disciplined, she sees a man that's not cooked, she's gonna start thinking twice. She'll be like, okay, this guy, I'm not even gonna try that BS with him. You know, all these little games of I'm not gonna answer him till the next day. And a lot of these red pill channels, oh, if she doesn't answer you until the next day, wait a couple of hours and say, man, fuck that broad. You know, you're over here playing these texting games with females. It's that, man, forget all that stuff. If you're a guy that is focused on other stuff, fitness and all that stuff, you don't have time for cooked female games, right? Because like I said, a lot of these females are cooked too. So you not being cooked is gonna give you a low tolerance for cooked females. You know, all this flaking and all these chicks flaking and stuff like that, and some dating coaches, oh, give her a second chance. Man, F that broad. Right? Because the dude who pounded her in the first couple of hours, she didn't flake on him. Right? But when you start uncooking yourself, you start having less tolerance for BS like that. But most guys are cooked. That's why they have to watch these red pill videos and, oh, what should I do if her interest wasn't that high on a dinner date? Or stop talking to her. That's it. If her interest during the dinner or during the date was not high, there's no reason to keep talking to her. right? If she didn't like it, she could get on. But when you uncook yourself, you start, all of this stuff comes naturally. But cook guys, they're gonna stick around. You know, these are the cook guys are the type of guys that get taken advantage of. These are the type of guys that women are, you know, go after in a predatory kind of way. They're like, okay, this guy's cooked, he's thirsty, he's texted me 1 billion times this week. I'm gonna get him, right? I'm gonna get him to send me a Cash App. Hell, I might even send him my OnlyFans link. He's probably still gonna pay me because he's so damn cooked. You know, RJ, stay focused on your purpose and building yourself, and you don't have time for these 304s wasting time. Yeah, you don't, man, because when you get older and when you start really getting on your self-improvement stuff, you're gonna look at this chick like, this chick is corny as hell. There's no way I'm gonna sit here and waste time playing texting games and all that BS. I got other things to do. The average woman thinks they deserve better than the average looking man. Yeah, and really, like I said, a lot of these chicks look cooked as fuck too. The average. You know, they're like, you look in their car, you see a whole bunch of Burger King wrappers, McDonald's McMuffin wrappers from 3 days ago, right? I appreciate it, Devin. Appreciate the words of encouragement. Yeah, but guys, I'm telling you, forget what society says, forget what the powers that be. Like I said, I don't mean to get on my Illuminati bag again, but the powers that be are always telling men that, hey, look, it's anything, any way you look and anything that you do, you could be a freaking loser. You know, you could be super out of shape, and everything just gonna fall into place. That's not the case. Stop listening to that bull crap. Because whether we like it or not, as men, we're always getting looked at, especially in a physicality type of way, whether that's work, romance, whatever. I know a chick who posts gym booty selfies all day, but got a man at home. I know a couple of those too. Cooked. I got one on my Instagram right now. This bitch is supposedly married, but she's always posting half naked pictures in Jamaica and Mexico, and so I'm like, are you married? You're married? And I don't never see her husband, quote unquote, on any of these pictures. I'm like, did you even go with your husband, or did you even go with your husband, or you just went out with a side piece? Pretty sure it's the latter, right? So like I said, a lot of these chicks are cooked too, right? A lot of these chicks are cooked too. You know, she supposedly married, but she's going out to clubs. She's going out to clubs every damn weekend. Going out to clubs, getting drunk, hanging out. All time. I'm like, what kind of marriage is that, bro? But her dude looks cooked. So he just asked her to marry him. Yeah, man. The average guy is cooked, bro. You know? Pharaoh said angry white guy. AWG, new NWA. Yep. AWG. ACG. Angry cracker. Nah, I'm just playing. Just got here. What's the topic here? And you know what? The thing with a lot of these live streams, when you scroll through it, it doesn't say the title. Like, it doesn't say the title at the bottom or anything like that. And it's like, that's why I get a lot of people coming on here like, oh, what is the video about? I don't blame them, because the whole new feature of scrolling lives, it doesn't say what the title is at the bottom. I suggest taking up self-defense classes for these insecure men who want to try. Dude, it's not even worth it, because I just ignore them. I'm not gonna. A lot of times with cook guys, they want to start shit with you because they're miserable and they have nothing else going on. You know? So by you feeding into it, by you going into this stare down, you're feeding in to what he wants. I don't get into stare downs, right? I don't get into stare downs with other dudes. If he really wanted to do something, you know, I live in Texas. I'm just gonna put it like that. I live in Texas. I'm just gonna put it like that. Guys who aren't bums won't pay you any mind out in public. Yeah. Too much ish in the world going on to be fighting with insecure dudes. Yeah, exactly. When you got stuff going on, you don't have time to have a stare down with some random bum. You just don't. You just keep it moving. And a lot of them are willing to kill you too. A lot of them are willing to kill you, right? Elgin Johnson, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Some of them might try to come in your personal space. Well, that had, like I said, honestly, dude, I think getting stared down and stuff, I think that's gonna happen to everybody at some point. I love people. What are you? You're racially ambiguous. I'm from Afghanistan. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm Arabic. I'm Arabic. Some people think I'm white. Some people think I'm Puerto Rican or mixed, whatever. But I'm an Arab. But yeah, you know, cook dudes getting into arguments with cook guys is useless. Because, like, if you know yourself, it's pointless. You know? But I'm going to start wrapping it up. Any last words before I get up? I've been on here for an hour. I think this is my longest live. All right. Well, y'all be blessed. Until next time.